What up, YouTube? Mandee Hops here. Dude, so since I've been toning down on the alcohol, a lot has happened for me, dealing with it wise. Like, I have all these aches and pains, which I Googled everything because that's what I do. I Google shit. And it said, you start having those when you come off alcohol. All I have are these terrible nightmares, and because of my predicament, and I will be the first to say, I cannot blame it all on Boston. He was a huge part of it, but so was my F up back in April. It's now mid-June. He gets out the end of August. I am so effing mad he hasn't tried to call me or contact me, even in a sneaky way. I don't know if he's just waiting until he gets out. I don't know if he's waiting to watch my videos to see if I hooked up with somebody else, which is not the case. And I'm not forgoing what he did by any means. But on my channel, everybody likes to take my side, and I appreciate that. But what I have to admit is I was not the easiest person to put up with. I had a bunch of addiction problems. I had mood swings. I was just as effed up as Boston in a lot of ways. Boston, God, I've been emotional about it all night. Ooh, I don't want to cry. Boston made me happier than anything or any person since I've been in Vegas. We had a lot of rough times, but we had so many great times. And the way we were, like, I don't think anybody, like, can get the closeness that we had. I mean, you guys can just see it in the videos. Like, that wasn't fake. I wasn't being fake. He wasn't being fake. And since he left, went on vacation, went to the clink, whatever. I've been trying to be like, oh, I'm so tough, and I am a tough bitch, but, like, I literally miss him a lot. I don't have to have him. I'm not insecure, but, like, I don't. You guys are going to shit on me for this, but I don't want to let what we had go. Because I may not ever have that with somebody else again. What we had, and I've dated a lot, was different than what I had with anybody in my life. We're both derelicts at times, but we're both, like, the funniest, nicest fucking people you ever met. We're great at parties, but we don't go to parties anymore. We are the party at home. I don't have to explain anything to anybody, but I don't mind doing it. If every single one of you were to put your whole family life on video every second of the day, and your boyfriend, girlfriend life, husband, wife life, it would be just as messed up as ours. maybe not the same exact. That's cute. Sorry. Maybe not the same exact situations, but the difference between Boston and he did this because of me, because this is what I do. I document my life, is everything was out there. Every little fight, every little everything. And so were a lot of good things, right? And none of those were fake. Those were all so genuine and so great. And what there's certain things that piss me off, and there's certain things that piss him off. And when you love somebody, you have to take that into consideration. Like, I thought he did some shitty shit sometimes. He doesn't like that I don't vacuum enough. He would always do the dishes. If I needed taken care of, he would take care of me. He would set out my clothes. He would bring me water. He was really good to me, like, all the time. We both fought because we both had attitudes and we're both alphas. I'm not trying to sugarcoat anything that happened with him. And here's what's going through my head. So I'm pissed he hasn't tried to call me because he's broken every restraining order. I don't know what he's thinking. Who knows what's going through his head right now? Does this broad hate me? F this bitch. Like, she sent me a restraining order for the next year. I can't contact her. Like, at this point, fuck her. I'll just see her when I get out. Am I coming for her? Am I going to, like, profess my love to her? I don't know what's going through his head. But all he knows is he's getting served paper after paper of restraining order, and it probably looks like, oh, you put me in there 4 months. On the meanwhile, I can retract those papers. I don't know right now if he's feeling as beat up about it as I am. I don't know if he really is like, man, this was like a wake-up call. Because even like the crazy John that he was, I'm not mad at it. As long as he's good to me and honest to me and fucking puts in work, like, everybody only sees the turmoil because we were like up front on media, and like, I really think he did that for me for the most part, because like, he knew that was my life, and he's the only guy that like really didn't like mind, and he's a ham and I'm a ham, and so. But on the other part, what if he's like, I hate this girl, da 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 da, I never want to talk to her. Every time I feel like good about him, I try to remember all the bad things, which normally people do the opposite. But it's getting harder and harder to like, why? Like, there's nobody else like I want to be with. I don't want to talk to any boys or girls. Because they're like, dang, should I go back to girls? This shit ruined me. But there's nobody else for me. And me and Boston are just as fucking stupid to get ourselves into this. At the end of the day, or at least before he went in, me and Boston both admitted, like, hey, we don't care what anybody thinks, we're going to stay together. And to be quite honest, even though I love you all and I value your opinion, I know what I've been through. You guys know what I've been through. At the end of the day, if I want to be with Boston, I'm going to be with Boston. It's not because I'm like lonely or sad. I am without Boston, but like, it's not that. Like, I don't have to have somebody. I'm good at being on my own. Like, and the more I try to toughen up and sober up and do all this stuff, the more I realize, dang, I love that guy, which I already knew. And who knows what he's thinking right now. If he hates me or if he's like as sad as I'm sad. I don't know. I have basically had to restart my whole life over, and that's not just his fault, but he definitely didn't help. But in hindsight, I can see where he's coming from in a lot of ways. Literally, like, you guys, I was effed up too, you know. He was drunk and he was being lazy, and I was a hot mess, and I was dabbling in things I shouldn't, and I watched all these videos he made about me, and I don't think they're fake. And if we can make it through 6 months, if we can make it through a year, within a year of our anniversary video is like boom, boom. So who knows? I'm like, I hate him. Why isn't he calling me? He's like, this bitch keeps serving me with restraining orders. I was going through the motions, dude. I don't know what to do. Like, I had to go to court. I was subpoenaed. There's certain things I want to say on here, but I'm not going to say for, like, both of our sakes legally. You know what I mean? Because we're supposed to be each other's ride or die, you know? But so far, it's been a wild ride. I mean, part of me, honestly, like, if he just, like, showed up, it was like, let's just leave town, let's just go. Like Bonnie and Clyde, I would go. I would go. Everything I've ever said to Boston was the truth. It was. About my life, about my feelings, about how I felt about him. And I kind of felt bad because everybody's like thinking I'm like a pussy or I'm being soft or I'm making bad decisions. But I think about this all day. Every day. And so it's kind of like hindering my healing process because that was like my partner in everything. And I told him originally if it was 6 months, I'd wait for him. Well, it's 2 months. I don't want anybody. You shit me? I have nightmares every night. The last thing I want to do is like date somebody else. I'm trying to keep my shit together. But I knew if he was here, he would help me hold it down. I know he would. No matter what little craziness he did, he would. And now I'm like, holding it down on my own, and I'm sad, and it's hard, and it's humbling. And every day, I'm in a crossroads between just keep it moving or believe in true love. And I believe we really love each other. So I guess time will tell. I don't want to set a bad example for anybody or like let girls think it's okay to be like preyed upon. Because yeah, why some really shitty shit happened, like you guys don't know every single in and out, even though I try to put it out there. I didn't cheat on Boston or anything like that, but I did get caught back in the drug lifestyle for a while, and he was never into the drugs I was into. So it bothered him. It bothered him, and a lot of stuff he did bothered me. So when you really love somebody, you have to take both of those things into consideration. And I'm scared to death of the night he gets out. Not like necessarily like that he's gonna like take revenge or anything, but like I'm scared of what might happen. Are we gonna meet back up? Or are we not gonna meet back up? We're not supposed to meet back up. Will I drop the restraining order? Will I keep it moving? This is like a journey, and I have 2 more months to figure it out. But when you do try to come back on drinking, all your emotions come flooding in, and all I can do is like just be emotional. All I want to do is work, work, sleep, and work, and that's pretty much all I do. So anyway, thank you guys for letting me vent, and that's what's going on with me right now. Deuces.